Hello, Interhumans. Sorry, there was a delay on my side because it looked like nothing was loading, but apparently it was loading, and then suddenly everything was on, and I was like, what the fudge? Um, so, this week has been something, I tell you. This week has been something. I have been on this platform now for roughly a year. So it's been roughly a year now since I started this whole journey with TikTok. And I didn't do it to get famous or anything. Like, I still am not famous. But then this week, put up a video. Didn't pay much attention, but I put up a video where literally it's me walking with a cart inside a Checkers. And I'm like showing the ridiculousness of the fact that like Easter eggs are just like hoarding out, and now suddenly we can buy them for like between 10 and 25 rand. And I literally like, it was a 9-second video. In the video I said something in the lines of like kaikiri kak, and like I was talking Afrikaans, but yeah. And as of the last time I checked this video, it had amassed around 180,000 views. 180,000 views for a video of my cart pushing while I'm bitching about Easter egg chocolate. So that was interesting. But yeah, it kind of like fed into what this week's topic is going to be, because it's about climbing the corporate ladder. Which, like, I literally did that for the pure sake of, like, the song The Climb was in my head at that point. So, like, I chose a title that was relative to what I was experiencing, but, like, had the song in it, so it had to have The Climb. But, like, the actual topic that it's about is not just necessarily about, like, the corporate ladder itself. It's more about, like, corporate greed. Because the video that is like blowing up on my TikTok right now is literally just like a testament to corporate greed. It is the fact that for them, okay, so I went and got one. I went and got a bunny. So like, you can see it's like, it's the big bunny. It's bigger than my head. It's the big bunny. So I went and got a bunny. This guy, a month ago, he cost us, say, $200, because it's that Huawei one. It's like a Swiss or something, like it's like whatever. But this thing cost about 200 rand a month ago. I got this guy for 25 rand. This is a 25 rand bunny. And some people actually like commented a lot on that video about the fact that like the eggs are expiring. I hope this camera is gonna work with me. But like, oh my god, let me try and show you. But like, the expiry date is next year. Oh god, this thing is backwards. I can't flip it. But it's next year. It's expiring next year. So to the people who were confused about the fact and like thinking that these things are expiring, that's why they're selling it out. That is not why they're selling them out. They're gonna last till next year. The reason they're selling them out, so like I did comment on there for someone else. The reason they're selling these eggs out is that they don't have warehouse space to stock them. So in other words, they bought just this influx of freaking chocolate at probably next to fuck all if you're checking at what they're like selling it now for. But like, they don't have space to keep these things. That's why they're selling them for 10 to 25 rand a fucking egg. Because they don't have space for it. I don't know what this one tastes like. I really just kind of like got it for the sake of like, I got an egg on the fucking Checkers video. Like, I got an egg. And it's expiring on the 30th of October, 2027. So yes, to those mommies that did comment on that video that like they think they should go get some for next year, valid. It lasts past Easter next year, so like you can very much go do that if you're so inclined. But As to the taste of it, like, as you can see, it's still okay. I guess I should fucking eat the thing, right? I'm gonna keep that. Oh my gosh, this is still sticky. Ah! Okay, but let me see. Because, like, another person commented on there the fact that, like, they started adding less cocoa or cacao to the recipe, and they started adding palm oil, which, let me see on here. This thing has sugar, cocoa butter, milk powder, cocoa mess, sweet whey powder, emulsifiers, the E flavorings, in other words, MSGs, and then it's got cow's milk, soy, and it may contain traces of tree nuts and peanuts. So this one doesn't have palm oil. I guess I got one of the nicer ones. I don't know. I will check for taste comparison though, just to like do the thing, you know. Yeah, this one still tastes like an Easter egg. Actually, that's quite nice. But anyway, so I didn't get one of the palm oil ones. So, but like I said, this was one of the bunnies that they sold for like 200 bucks. And then I got it for 25 rand now. That was actually really nice. But anyway, so that was like the thing. Like, I got the bunny to just like answer some of the questions that people were asking on that video. But then at the same time, I decided to make this week's topic based on corporate greed. Because, let's be fair. They're not going to sell these things at a loss. And they're definitely not going to sell them at cost price. So, if this 200 rand bunny cost me 25 rand, they're still making a profit on that, my guy. So, in other words, a month ago, when this bunny cost 200 rand, they had some kind of ridiculous markup on that thing. Because that's like... Because if you take 25 to get to 200, 25 goes into 100 4 times. That's a fuck ton. That's like a really big profit margin, and I can't math right now. It's too big for my math right now. But someone did once tell me that, like, they have like a 300% markup on all products. And my thing is, like, I get it. If you think about it, like, they have to pay the staff, they have to pay for the building, there's trading licenses, like, all that kind of stuff. So I get it. I get why they might need to make a little bit more. But the point is that the reason mostly that these things cost so much money is not because of them paying the cashiers more. Because let's be fair, the cashiers, the stockers, like those people, they only get whatever the interest rate goes up. That's usually around like, what was this year's interest rate? Like, I don't even know. Usually I know this stuff. I didn't care this year. But, like, most people that I've heard of went up, like, 500 rand at most on their salaries this year. But then, because this is things that you can go research if you want to, I promise you, the CEOs and all those, like, corporate people sitting at fucking ShopRite main office, I promise you they didn't just get a 500 rand increase on their salaries. Those people get, like, thousands. So the whole thing of, like, saying, like, oh, okay, but, like, we have to cover our overheads. Like, that's what they always like to say. Like, I have to cover my overheads. That's why, like, the profit margin needs to be so large. But my thing is, whose head are you covering? Because the people working for you, you're not covering their asses. The people in South Africa, hands down, in the lowest income bracket, are people like shelf stockers, cashiers, goods delivery people. Like, those are the lowest earning people, like, hands down, in this economy. So please explain to me how the store needs to earn such large profit margins for paying salaries. Like, you're just not paying the salaries. You're paying the executives. And like, I know executives get salaries too, but no, like, there's a difference between a salary and the amount of money these people make. Because like, if you're getting a salary, it means you can afford a roof over your head, you can afford food. Well, you're supposed to be able to afford a roof over your head and afford food and afford like utilities and amenities and like those type of things. But that's not what they're earning. These people earn stupid amounts of money. I need to get rid of this fucking bunny right now. Hang on. Okay. It's gone. But I'm a piece of man. Anyway. Let me stop chewing. And then I'll talk more. Because like I'm chewing with my mouth full. It's a cock idea. Anyway. So. My issue isn't profit margins when it's serving the people of the company. Like, I get it. I get it completely. I get the fact that, like, you're supposed to, like, make enough money to pay your staff, and you're supposed to, like, keep the roof over your head, and, like, keep the lights on, and, like, all of that jazz. But you can't tell me. I don't want to do math right now. I really don't, but, like, it is bothering me. By the way, sorry. I'm, like, solidly stuck on this freaking rant still. Mostly because, like, I posted that video not because of the fact that I thought that it was going to get so many views. I literally posted the video because I was like, oh, well, there was a lot of people this year that I personally know that were very sad because, like, they couldn't give their kids a nice Easter. So, like, because, like, unfortunately, and, like, it is unfortunate, kids have been trained by the whole, like, capitalist machine. Like, kids have been trained to want certain cosmetic things. I'm calling it cosmetic because, like, I do not have the words right now, but, like, mostly it's like when you watch the TV, like, if you go onto any kids channel and you watch the ads and stuff, those things are so driven to give kids these needs for things that I don't need. And let's be fair, if your kid wasn't able to have a proper Easter, we're going to get onto that one now. Let me not go there just yet. But, like, there's, like, a lot of people who, they were just, like, trying to, like, make some kind of nice Easter for their kids based around the expectation that the media creates for kids around Easter. And I saw on the video, like, a lot of people were also, like, commenting, being, like, kind of, like, abrasive to the fact that, like, parents were buying chocolate eggs still for their kids and that people should stop doing that, which, like, valid. I'm behind that. I like the idea because this year we didn't buy chocolates. I made chocolates with the kids and, like, not my kids, I don't have kids, but, like, I made chocolates and, like, they got, like, because my mom has a daycare, so, like, I made chocolates for the kids with the kids. And that's what they took home. Like, they got chocolates for in that way. And, like, and it's cool. Like, I like the idea of creating, like, because, okay, I'm just going to go there. Because, like, let's, like, think to what Easter is now. I'm not going to go into I'm not going to go too far back into history. I'm going to keep to Easter as, like, the Christian holiday that it's being celebrated as today. And, like, it's supposed to be this, like, this day where, like, Christians specifically, because, like, Easter now is for the Christians, because the non-Christians have their own holidays, like, that they celebrate. Like, a lot of, like, some people do now kind of, because of the fact that it's being celebrated more as a commercial holiday than a Christian holiday at this point. There's people from other religions that are doing Easter egg hunts with their kids. because like it has nothing to do with the original story anymore. And where did this all come from? Well, it came from someone thought about making money, and they made a lot of money. They made a lot of money selling freaking chocolates pooped out of bunny asses that looked like eggs to kids. They sell it to kids. And that's the thing that we need to understand as grown-ups. Like, a lot of the marketing, they're not selling you anything. They're selling the product to your child. Because if you were the one being sold something, they would sell you something that you want. So that's what they do when they do like cosmetic sales for women, or like motor sales for men. But like that's what they focus on. Like, I'm not trying to like genderify. Hey, oh, bless me. I'm not trying to genderify this in any way. It's just like they do tend to focus more towards women with cosmetic trading. Nowadays they are doing like drag queens as well, which is really cool. I like that. And then there's like with the men with the cars, they're like trying to incorporate women like in that as well. But the point is, like, when they're marketing stuff like that, like grown-up toys, let's put it that way, that type of stuff, that's sold to you. But hands down, most of the money that the corporate industries are making is by selling to kids. Because parents, aunts, uncles, teachers, like, it doesn't matter who the F you are, you encounter a child somewhere. Okay, I know I'm not talking for everybody. Like, a lot of people don't encounter children because like they choose to avoid to do that. But like most people encounter a child at some point during their day-to-day lives. And what happens is that when you have children in your life, you as an adult feel a certain need to meet the needs of this child. Unfortunately, over the time, the needs have kind of become blurred, and like wants have become needs, and like that's like where the whole thing with the freaking Easter eggs came from, because kids want Easter eggs on Easter. They like people will. I've actually noticed like a lot of like Christian families, like they talk about the Easter bunny more than they talk about the story that's supposed to be like the whole like Christian thing. So I just don't know at what point it got so blurred. But it's the same with like every single freaking holiday. Because if you think about it, we have Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day is supposed to be this day where like you show the person that you love them. But you're supposed like, and a lot of people have started like saying this line, and I think that's why it's so fresh in my mind. But it's that whole thing of like, but I show they're my Valentine every day. I don't have to do something special on Valentine's Day because they're my Valentine every day. And it's a valid thing. It's a really valid thing. Like you're not supposed to have to cripple yourself financially every time some kind of holiday rolls around. Like, yeah, okay, it's a cute little holiday about love. Maybe make it extra, because especially as grown-ups, when's the last time you wrote your partner a letter? When's the last time you just like picked a random flower up on the side of the street, or sent them a photo of a flower that you saw in the store? Or some people are romantic, I know that, but like that could be what Valentine's Day is about, for example. Like, instead of like going and buying a bunch of heart-shaped shit and chocolates, like, let's be fair, like, women are constantly dieting. Women are constantly trying to do something to lose weight. And then Valentine's Day comes and people buy them eggs, like chocolate. People buy them chocolate. And it's like, what am I supposed to do with more chocolate? Now you have to eat the chocolate. And it's just like, I like the vegan way. Like, vegans have been doing a really cool thing with Valentine's Day where they use dates. Like the dried dates. Like, they use that instead. I think it's really cute because they like make it in this way. Like, when you cut it open, it looks like a little heart. It's really pretty. I like it very much. So like that's really cute, and it's like a healthier way, for example. But like, that also has become corporified, because now when you go, especially like Woolworths, I saw like on Valentine's this year at Woolworths, they've caught on to this trend about the dates. And I think Checkers also actually caught on to the whole trend of like dates being for Valentine's Day, and they started doing like some fucking ridiculous version of that as well. And it's just like every time people try to do something sweet or cute or innocent, and I get it, like that's the thing, like all of these like sales, all of these like things that are happening, all of it's got to do with the fact that people want these things to like do something nice for someone else. But the problem is, and like what someone did say this in the comments as well, is like if people just stop buying it, they'll probably change the way that they do things. And like the thing is, I don't know how many people are here. Again, like hi people that have joined. I've just kind of like been going, hello people, thank you for joining, thank you for being here. If you want to comment along, that's great. I love talking cock, so it's like valid. But yeah, like the big thing is that like I don't know how many people here saw A Bug's Life, for example, and then there's that piece where Hopper is talking to I don't know if it was his brother or his son, the other grasshopper, the little chubby one. And he was like saying, the chubby one was like saying, it's one ant. And then Hopper was like, just one ant. It's like, okay. And he's like throwing him with the seeds. And then eventually he like opens the seed canister. It's like, brrr, and it's like a storm. And like he explained, like, if one ant stands up and the others choose to follow, you can't like stop them. And I guess that's like the whole thing, like, that a lot of people are getting frustrated by, because it's like, everybody wants change, but like nobody's willing to be that one ant to just like sit down and be like, I'm not gonna do this. Not like, oh, but like I might as well do this because like everybody else is gonna do it, it's never gonna change. Like, no, it actually will. It's like a thing, like you can see that it's gonna change. They have no other option. Like, they're gonna try to do other things. Like, I keep saying they because I don't want to call it. I'm just gonna keep it to they, because the thing is, there's so many people who qualify under this they. Whether it's Checkers, whether it's Woolworths, whether it's the freaking government, whether it's like whoever the fudging cunt that it might be. Ooh, that was a bad word. Sorry. Whoever it might be. Like, I do have an age restriction on here, so. But like whoever the person is that falls under the category of they, there's always this power that like everybody is scared of. Everybody talks about they. Like the moment that you have to like realistically think about the changes in your mind or the way that like life happens or anything like that, it's always this concept of they. And everybody's scared of they. But nobody ever thinks about the fact that the people who don't want they to be so important can be a they to them. Ooh, that's a lot of cool words and I like it. Anyway, so yeah, like that's the whole thing. Like, it is very much a valid thing that like if everybody stopped buying the chocolate, they wouldn't produce the chocolate anymore. It's like they wouldn't like be able to sell it for the prices anymore, because if it like just in the video that has driven me insane the last 3 days of myself that I posted, like the reason that video gained so much traction is because everybody's fed up, and because of the sheer amount of the chocolate. Like, I think that's the thing that like pulled everybody to like watch and react to that video. It's the fact that it's literally trolleys and trolleys and trolleys full of the shit. And like there was like actual people. Hey, oh Mikey, welcome back from last week. It's not, I'm glad I caught you. But like, yeah, so like it's just mountains of it. And why do they do that? because there are still the people who are willing to pay the original price. And I just don't know. I get it. I get why people are scared of standing up against the whole corporate machine thing, because the thing is, you're just like, it's never going to change. What kind of power do we have? But like, there is that realistic thing that like, if they don't have a choice, they're going to have to change. I mean, look how we got Zuma out of being the president in South Africa. It was like, we kept bitching about it long enough that they had to listen to us. Why did they stop? Like, why did they give us our cigarettes back? Because we wouldn't let them keep it away from us. Why did they give us our drinks back? Why did they give us everything back? Like, even if you go back as far as the 1920s, when Al Capone was running his like amok in America with the alcohol stuff, like, what was happening? They had prohibition running. They told people, you will not have the thing. And people were like, I shall have the thing. And they made a plan to the point where like the government literally couldn't stop them anymore, because like they had, like, America ended up poisoning the thing that the people were using to make the alcohol with. And like, basically, not inadvertently, I feel like they knew exactly what they were doing, and they thought they were going to be better than the people. And like, if enough of us die, we're just going to stop drinking alcohol, but it didn't happen. But like, now we're like, oh my gosh, that's like, okay, oh, math, 1920, so that's 106 years ago. We as people inside to change. Not that long ago, because I was in China when Cyril Ramaphosa came in and we like got rid of Zuma. So that was like 6 years ago or something. So, or no, it's before that. It was before that. It's like 8 years or something. Yeah, but the point is, like, we have the power to actually like really incite change when it comes to these things. And I think the problem is that like, we've forgotten. We, as the basic low-grade people that like live in the world, that like don't have the money and don't have the power, we forgot that we actually do have the power, because the governments are small. The governing bodies, the corporate heads, the companies, they're small. They're small in comparison to the greater mass of people that exist in this world. And like, they literally can't stop us from doing things if we all stand together and do them. And again, I get it. Like, I get it. Like, and I think that's why there's so many Easter eggs left this year, by the way. Because, like, a lot of people commented on there. And I know from experience from, like, other, like, moms and stuff. Because, like, my sister has kids. So, like, been talking to, like, moms and stuff whenever there's, like, a school function or whatever. And more moms actually have been waiting every year for the Easter eggs to go on sale. Like, obviously it starts by like 1 year. You like, at the when it goes on sale, you buy ahead. And then every year when it goes on sale, you buy ahead. Because guess what? Like, literally, that is how they're going to be forced to eventually start selling the chocolate for less. Because they're going to start noticing that, oh shit, everybody's doing it. Like, everybody's waiting and buying the chocolate. And like, that's why, like, it has gotten worse from last year, for example. That, like, this year there was even more chocolate left over than the years before. Because of the fact that, like, people have started buying on sale to then use for the next year. And if we keep doing that, eventually they're going to have to bring the prices down. Because they're going to realize, like, oh, we fucked up, like, this isn't gonna work, because they don't have the warehouse space to keep the eggs for a year. They don't have it, because if they're gonna have to keep all of those chocolate eggs, all of the Valentine's stuff, all of the Mother's Day stuff, all of the fucking Halloween stuff, all of the Christmas stuff, if they have to keep all of that stuff on a backlog in their warehouses, their overheads are gonna go up. So in other words, what's happening is that they have to sell it. They don't have a choice. That's why they kind of like give away their entire freaking game by like having to sell it for so little a month after Easter. And I stay on the Easter one because like, I still can't get over this. Like, I've been explaining this to people for the longest time now because I work in social media. It's like my job is like working with social media. I have some clients that I like manage social media for and stuff. And like the one thing that I always like when I try like get new clients, and like a lot of times people don't go with me because like I'm not willing or capable to of lying about the fact that like I can't guarantee your virality. And like that's the thing that I think like a lot of social media people are like doing actually to companies that I think is like kind of like bullshit. The fact that they guarantee results to companies, and that is like you can't because like the thing is like unless you're paying for stuff, because if you pay, that's not your social media manager. And like let's go to the corporate ladder in fucking social media now. So like if you're paying a social media representative to balance your analytics and to like do posting on your behalf and all of that type of stuff, but you are also paying for paid ads or like promotions and stuff like that, guess what? It's not your social media person that's getting you the views. It is your own money getting you the views, because like anybody with a chat bot, like ChatGPT, like all of this crap, like if you have ChatGPT, some mediocre level of intelligence about like how computers work, like you really don't have to be that smart. They've got so many editing apps and stuff, and like so many people like online showing you how to use them really fucking effectively. Like you don't need to have a brain to do marketing anymore. All you need is AI and a company's money and the gift of the gab to make them think that you know what you're doing. But like, okay, that's not what I do. And that's like why I usually struggle to get contracts, because like I tell people like straight up, like, you're not gonna get internet famous. Like it's like a thing. Like there is no company that has gone viral. Unless it's a company that has a brand that's like pre-existed, like before the inception of that situation. Like that's the thing. Like you can like keep a brand identity going and all of that crap, but like none of that crap is actually going to, at the end of the day, give you like drive new sales. The thing that drives new sales in the, like for example, Nike, if they hire a new brand representative or a new social media liaison or whatever the fuck they want to call the title, what they're actually doing is buying someone, they're literally hiring the person with the prettiest resume, because like that's what it's about. Like it I just think it's like such a it's such a unfunny joke, actually, the whole situation, because like I just froze. My brain's dead. Sorry guys, I had like a really freaking long day. Like I was like ready for this, but then I had like 2 back-to-back therapy sessions, of which one was like 2 hours long. That's another like corporate ladder that like you don't want to get me into. But anyway, actually, I like you kind of had me in it last week. Like, if you want to see that rant, it's already on YouTube. Like, it should have loaded at 6 o'clock this evening. I'll put the link in my highlights again. But yeah, it's like the whole thing with like with social media in general. Like I saw this week now with this freaking video that inspired this live, which again, like just like also shows like, because usually my lives, just so like the people who are still here watching, I don't even know, I might just be talking into the void, I don't know, but like usually by this time of the day, my lives have gotten like a lot of likes and stuff, for example, whereas like today I don't have that like at all. Like there's no likes or anything today. And it's like that's how social media works. Like you're gonna have hits, you're gonna have misses. And I posted a video of me walking with a fucking trolley, and that has garnered over 100,000 views, whereas like the videos that I put a little bit of, I could put more effort in. Like I put way more effort into my clients' content that I put into my own, but it's because like I kind of like do all of this stuff just for fun. Like I literally just do social media for fun. It's fun for me, so I do it. And like some people ask for the lives, that's why I started doing the lives. Like it's like that's why like I also don't have like weekly goals or like weird little pop-ups or anything like that to like try and like entice people to like buy my time, because like to me it's just about having fun. But like with my clients I put way more effort in, but like even with them, and like one of my clients is a very, I don't talk about my clients because like I prefer not to, that's not like, no. But one of my clients is a very very well known company that should be doing a lot better than they do, but like they don't, because of the pure fact that like people just aren't really interested in that kind of content anymore. And it's like they get decent views and stuff, they get like really decent statistics and analytics for like the fact that like what type of company they are, but like it doesn't really get you viral. And like that's the one thing that I've noticed, like a lot of people are so concerned about getting virality in their videos. And it's like, and like a lot of people also, hi somebody, but like a lot of people also like when it comes to the whole virality thing, like they might have like one video that does really well, and then they kind of like try to like monopolize on that one thing. And it's like, even if you think like, oh, I saw this the other day and I was like quite in shock actually. Okay guys, I see some of you are struggling with the like coming into the live thing again. Just remember that trick from last week that we needed to use, where like you have to join from my profile to like search the profile name and then come in from my profile itself to the live, instead of joining via the like the video links, because like sometimes that botches out. But yeah, so if you're having problems, remember, just go through my profile to like join that way. But anyway, when it comes down to like virality, okay, let me type. I don't know if you can read this, but I'm gonna put it down here. Search my name and join from my profile if you can't. Well, goed schaart. Can't join. Boing. I don't know if that's gonna work. There we go. But maybe I can copy this. I saw something earlier where I can like put text on the screen. So let's see if that works. Okay, let's add that. Okay, add. Oh yeah, type it there. Fudge. Search. Guys, this is like no, I'm just gonna leave it for now, because you can't copy and paste into the text box. So if you can join, yeah, like if someone sees this and they're struggling to join, search my name and then join from the profile. Don't follow the link, because the link does have, it's been having some weird stuff since that person like falsely reported me that one week for freaking nudity that I didn't show. But anyway, yeah, like when it comes down to like the whole like virality issue thing, like a lot of people tend to want to be viral. And oh yeah, that's what I was saying. So like I was like scrolling TikTok the other day and I saw something in the wild, as they say, that got me like quite it actually like got me quite surprised, because a lot of people that were famous, like they're super famous, like these people have like millions of followers on all of their platforms and everything, and like all of them have started doing like IRL streaming again on TikTok. And I was just like, oh no, I'm gonna have to figure out. Wait, let me go clean my cache because like my stuff has been like weird because of that video that exploded. So let me just like clean out the cache quickly. That might help. But yeah, so like I saw a lot of influencers, that people have a lot of influencers that didn't need to ever do live streaming. They never did live streaming. Like even in their entirety of their career, they all have started. Like all of them have started doing doing the streaming again. They started doing lives again. And like I was just very very shocked by that because it just kind of like shows you like a lot of people have been struggling. Like a lot of people have really been struggling with what do you call it? Like how do I clean my cache? Now I can't remember because I'm trying to do two things at one time and I'm not that very good at it. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll just have to clean the cache every week before I go in because like, I found it. 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 Okay, I cleared my cache and then I'm just gonna have to hard restart the app again and then it should be fine. But yeah, so like, I saw that like a lot of people who were making lot of money on just like posting random TikToks, like a lot of like influencers have even had to change the type of content that they do because of the fact that like they're just like not making money anymore. And that is literally how the internet works. That's how like the corporate ladder of the internet, like that's how that shit works, people. Because literally like it doesn't. And I know a while ago I was like being a little bit bitchy about the fact that like people will tell you to like join their Patreon or like stuff like that, so you have to pay for like their unedited, like for their content without like the promotions and whatever in it. But like the fact that you have to pay for like YouTube Premium to not have to see ads, but then because you're paying for not seeing ads, now the people are like using in video promotions, so like you're still kind of like having to watch ads even though you just paid for something. Because like if you pay for premium, like that goes, I would assume that somehow goes to the creators. But like I'm noticing that like it might not be, because these creators have been doing the most. Like they've really been trying. People have really really been trying. It is hard out there, guys. Like for the people that are making their entire living off of work on the internet, like I feel for these people because the market has become so obnoxiously saturated. It's actually not even a joke anymore. The market is so saturated. And the reason the market is so saturated, and I don't want to say this because I'm going to be hurting some feelings, but there's a bunch of kiddies coming out of school, going into the job market, and all of them, what do they want to do? We don't have kids wanting to be doctors and scientists anymore. In fact, there's a person that I know that finished school last year that always wanted to be a heart surgeon. This child wanted to be a heart surgeon. And then they got a bursary. They were going to start like their education like in the next semester. And now they want to study marketing. So it's like everybody wants to study marketing because like it's so glamorous, and it's like no, it's not. It's really not. It's not. Like marketing looks really glamorous. It's just like so oversaturated though, because of the fact that, like I said earlier, if someone can make it look on their resume like they know what they're doing when it comes to like social media or marketing, or also like the fact that like a degree nowadays apparently makes it look like you can like actually do a job even if you cannot. But And that's the thing also, like, that's another corporate structure we need to get into. Because, like, and we don't have much time left. But, like, that's another corporate structure that I would like to get into, is the fact that, like, because that's what universities are now. Universities are businesses that churn out degrees, but that's what they sell. They don't sell education anymore. They don't sell free thinking. They don't sell, like, any of the great things that universities used to stand for. Universities now sell degrees. And the reason I say this, and say this without feeling bad about it, is because I used to be an educator, very recently still. No, it's not very recently anymore. Yeah, I think 4 years qualifies as recently in the spectrum of things. But yeah, so like the universities are like giving people degrees because they are meeting certain requirements. So like in South Africa they call it uitkomsgebaseerde onderwys. So what that means is that every single subject has like certain things that you need to like be able to like do by the time of the end of the year, and then you get your little paper and you're like, yay, you finished a grade. But the problem with this is that people aren't being taught how to think anymore. People are being taught what to think. They're being told how to do, like, they're literally being like cookie cutter. Like, it's like just like stamping a bunch of them and like, there you go, all of them's good, let's go. And like, that's the problem. Like, even with educators coming out like of the colleges now, it's like all of them think that it's about like making money and like having really long holidays like 4 times a year. And it's like, my guy, that's like not what schooling is about anymore. And it's you see it so often. But yeah, so the point is, like, these kids are coming out of school now and joining the job market that's already saturated with the grown-ups that have been in the job market for several years. And now you've got these little kiddies coming out of school, and most of those kiddies get their degrees using AI. And guess what? They're going to use their degree and AI to get the job as well, because guess who's compiling their resumes? Guess who's compiling their application letters? Like, all of this stuff, they go to ChatGPT and they're like, listen, Chat, like, I'm applying for this job. This is my information. Give me a CV. Give me an application letter. Like, even the emails that they write with you when they're, and like, unless you're someone that like has actually worked a lot with the internet and with people, that, so you can see the nuances of how Chat speaks, or you use one of the technologies that have been identified to you, like detect AI, you're not gonna know. And that's how like a lot of these kids are outbidding experienced people in jobs right now, because of the pure fact that like they've got computers applying for them basically. And then once they get into the job, guess who's gonna be doing the job? It's not gonna be the person you employed. This person is also going to be going on to Chat every 5 minutes to do some kind of search about like, what song should I use for this kind of video? What kind of caption could I use for this kind of video? How are the hashtags going right now? And the thing is, what people don't understand when it comes to social media, and this is where the fight comes in with me every single time with fucking people, ChatGPT is not a reliable way to figure out hashtags for content. It is not a reliable way to figure out copy for content. It can help you with songs because, like, let's be fair, we do not have the discography for songs that ChatGPT has. But when it comes to the actual creative input side of your copy, for example, and choosing the right, because when you're choosing hashtags for your content, you're literally programming the system to communicate with it and tell it what kind of people would potentially like your video. So that's the thing, like, whenever you're uploading a video, you have to think about, what is it that I'm talking about? What is the kind of person that would want to see this type of content? And you have to think about like there's a lot of thinking involved. And then the other thing is that, like the big thing that you have to think about is the fact that the polling system that they use to choose which videos get views, like that system is AI. And AI has been trained to detect AI. So guess what? If you're going to use ChatGPT to write the copy for your post or to choose like the hashtags for your post, it's number one, if you're going to choose the hashtags based with the AI, you're going to get a keyword search version of the hashtags that you need. It's not necessarily going to be accurate for the crowd that you want viewing your video, which means at the end of the day, you're probably not going to be getting views because of the pure, unadulterated fact that it's not getting to the people who would want to watch these videos because of the fact that like it used keyword search instead of human like thought processes. And the same thing with the copy. Like it writes copy in a very, very specific way. And copy is the same as like SEO programming because all of these things use the keywords. Like us as humans type copy. That's why longer copy also tends to like help, but not only to a certain amount of words. Then it like gets lost in translation because what is happening is whenever you post something, whether it's to TikTok, to Meta, to X, to like whatever the platform is, what's happening is the moment you post it, it gets run through the AI posting bots that are choosing where you are going to show on people's news feeds. But then it's reading your words, and what it's doing is it's taking out most of the verbs. It's taking out most of the nouns and pronouns. It's literally keeping it to the bare base minimums. So like if you use something a lot, like for example, if you say trail a lot, if you're doing hiking content, then it's going to pick up, oh, trail hiking. Yes, cool. So that they're going to send it to people who tend to watch a lot of like trail hiking things. They're gonna like if you write in your content about like the rain or the weather a lot, like it's gonna find people who like to watch things about the weather. And that's why like the AI, when you're writing copy, doesn't know how to add those words that the other AI needs to communicate in the keyword search. And it's like actually like really annoying, I guess, in that sense, because like people are paying these kids the money, a lot of money, because they have a degree. They have a degree, you know, they got a fucking degree, and like the degree doesn't actually mean shit. And like that's the thing, like where the number one way to climb the career ladder, the corporate fucking mess, the one way to do that we've all been taught from inception is literally to get a degree. You have to finish school, you have to get a degree. But what's happening today? Like kids are getting degrees and they're going to McDonald's. They're not like climbing any ladders. And the reason for that is the fact that they're not churning out educated people anymore. They're turning out degrees. And there's actually like a bunch of statistics on this, and I really wish I was better with this technology. Maybe I should use AI to help me like figure out which buttons to use on this very confusing screen. But like, yeah, like the main thing is there's a bunch of statistics on this, and it's like the generations have they call, like for example, Gen Z is called the most educated generation because of the fact that more of them have degrees than any of the generations before them. But also Gen Z is the first generation where IQ points did not go up, they went down. Like the IQs have started dropping, my guy. Like, IQs aren't going up anymore. They're not staying stagnant. IQs are dropping, but we've got the most educated. So, are they being educated? Or, like, what are we gonna, like, what do we call it? Like, what do we call it when you spend literally fucking... dude, like, the price of university is just insane. But, like, you're spending all of this money if you're an adult, like whether you're the adult spending it on yourself or a parent spending it on your child, you're spending mass amounts of money just to try and get this kid the kickstart that they need. And it's not a kickstart because they've got a piece of paper that says that they're educated, but when you have to test them, when you have to actually test them and put them in the working environment where they have to use logical thinking skills and like do the job, they can't do it because like they don't have common sense anymore. And I don't know if it's just on the fault of like, no, it's like, it's definitely like very much also like on the side of like the education system, because like our curriculums are just a joke at this point. The only curriculum worth like even like half the money you're paying for it is fucking Cambridge, because like it's the only like peer reviewed curriculum that exists. All of the other things is just like cookie cutter problem solving. It's problem solving. They're churning out computers. Like it's basically a manufacturing plant. It's not a school anymore. And what's happening is they're manufacturing input models. They don't have output. They just have input. So like you're just feeding it the whole time, and it can't do anything inside there with what you're putting into it to give you something out again. And like I think that's like why we've gotten to the point where like the whole corporate greed thing has like even like transpired to the point that it has, is the fact that like just if the chocolate's too fucking expensive, just don't buy the chocolate. Yes, the bunny is still there. It's like, if you don't need the chocolate, don't buy the chocolate. Easter is not supposed to be about the chocolate. And yes, I'm coming back to the fucking bunny video, mostly because like my time's almost gonna run out and the thing is gonna start screaming at me again soon. So like I'm just trying to like wrap up the video as much as I can. But yeah, that's why things have gotten to where they are, because like people just feel like they need things that they really don't need anymore at all, or ever did. We never needed chocolate eggs on Easter. Especially not if Easter is really supposed to be about like a guy dying on a cross. Like then and yeah, my guy, then why do we have chocolate? Why is the chocolate the issue right now? Like I don't get it. Maybe it's mutism, I don't know, but yeah, it's just been very interesting to me, this like whole last week, not even week, it's been 3 days since posting that video, and it's just insane. I just think it's absolutely insane that you never know what's gonna hit on the internet. Did I expect a 9-second video of me swearing in Afrikaans about them stocking down the Easter shelves? Did I expect that to be the video that hit? No, I did not. I really did not expect that was going to be the video that like went that far. It's probably gonna be the one hit wonder video, because like I don't think I'm gonna have a content video like that that's gonna go up again, because that was just like an anomaly, and that's usually what happens. And I don't know. I want all of us to have a better future than the one that we're currently going towards. And yeah, I just thank you guys for joining, like everybody that has been joining, because like I am coming to the end of my time and this thing's gonna start beeping soon. So yeah, but thank you guys for joining, the ones who were here. If you like my content or like the live, I do usually post the highlight with like just like the YouTube, because I've been back posting like a lot of the lives on YouTube, because some of my regulars have been asking for that. So if you guys want to see that, you can. Like it's like I will upload the link for you. And yeah, oh yeah, I'm not gonna be doing a live next week because my partner is coming from Denmark, so I am gonna be spending time with him while he's here. and then I'll be doing a live again the week after that because he's only just gonna be here for like a week and a half. But yeah, like I don't know. I'll try to like keep up to date with my videos though. Like I'll like upload some videos because like I do have my regular people that like to follow along with my life, and that is very nice, and I do appreciate all of you very much. But yes, I have to. I wonder why the thing hasn't beeped. It usually beeps around now, which is like really interesting that it hasn't, and I feel like it's gonna trap me at any point. But anyway, yeah, so I will post the link. I'll try to keep everybody updated about my lives and stuff, like as time goes. I will try to keep to my daily posting, at least once video a day. I know I have to do the one video a day thing. I'm trying. And yeah, again, thank you for everybody who liked, thank you for everybody who joined. I do these things for fun, so anybody who comes in here, I really appreciate it because this is just fun for me. It's not like, yeah, it's just great. So I'm gonna go now because I'm rambling because like I'm trying to like sort out my brain. But yeah, it's been fun and I love you and I'll see you guys